I've been working on a listing launch agent, which is a AI agent that creates a listing marketing package. And I created it in three different versions or levels of ChatGPT. I used just regular old ChatGPT. I used ChatGPT Business, and then I used ChatGPT's Codex tool. And what I found is there's not one that's better necessarily. There are pros and cons to using each one of the tools. So in this video, we're going to review what we built, and the different versions that we built it in, as well as the pros and cons that I found in building it. So here you can see the listing marketing package, and this is the one that I created using just regular old ChatGPT. In this case, it's ChatGPT Plus, which is a $20 a month subscription. And I used a ChatGPT project to create this listing marketing package. You can see it consists of a brochure. You can see what the brochure looks like here. There's an open house flyer. See what that looks like. We can see that there's an announcement email in HTML that I can send to my database. And then there's a handful of social media posts. In order to create this listing marketing package, because this is an agent, but technically it's just a project that I have specific instructions for, all I have to do is upload the photography that I got from our photographer, and then a CMA so that it has all the information about that particular property, and then it created the listing marketing package. And we can see what that looks like here. Now, I like how simple it is using projects. It's the lowest cost, and it produces a pretty good output. In order to make this more useful, what I can do is connect the different tools. So I can connect this to Canva, for example, if I wanted to have the flyer or the brochure editable to make a few tweaks before I send that out. I can send it to my Gmail or whatever email I'm using to be able to have the HTML from the email go out. So it's pretty useful. I would say that it does require the step of me reviewing it and then adding these additional steps to be able to get it into Canva or get it into Gmail. But that's probably okay, because the fact of the matter is, because this is a client-facing asset or something that I'm going to be putting in front of clients, I need to look at it before I just send it off to a customer. And that's really important when using AI. It doesn't matter whether you're just chatting with ChatGPT to create a listing description, or maybe you're using it to respond to a customer email, or as you get more sophisticated and you're creating actual agents that do stuff, is you can't just set it and forget it, or you just can't let it interact with your clients. When you sell real estate, you're a licensed professional, and we're client facing, which means that we have to represent ourselves in a really specific way, that we can't just let AI take care of it. Now, that doesn't mean AI can't do a lot of the heavy lifting, but we still have to act as the guardrail. We still have to act as the one who's going to approve the work of the AI. So I'm fine with having AI, for example, create the flyer or the brochure, and for me to make some slight tweaks in Canva before I send it out, because the heavy lifting was done in creating the actual flyer or brochure. Same thing with creating the email. I don't mind like scheduling or sending that email after I've reviewed it. It was the creation of the email and getting it into my Gmail drafts that saves me the time. Another benefit of using ChatGPT Plus with projects is that it's only $20 a month, so the cost is pretty minimal. This is the second version of the listing launch agent that I built, and this I'm using the ChatGPT Business feature of agents. ChatGPT Business has a cool feature where it lets you create agents. Now, the instructions are very similar, but let's take a look at the output from the last time I ran the package. You can see what it does is, in a similar sense, I just upload the photos, I give it a CMA, and then what it does is it gives me the workspace link, and then I can download that. And we can see that it created a similar open house brochure, an email, and social media posts. Now, what's cool about this agent is that when I created the agent, I also gave it some additional instruction, like to include my branding. So I can have a headshot here. I can have the branding for the individual who I created this marketing for. And I don't have to tell it to do anything. It automatically, because of the instructions, pulls that image that it resides locally on my computer, as well as all the additional information, and automatically makes sure that that branding is in there every single time. Now, in the same way with ChatGPT Projects, where I can connect it to Canva and my Gmail so that it's in the destination, can also schedule that and build that into this agent. I really like the ChatGPT Business feature for agents or AI agents because it makes it really easy to create a repeatable workflow that can run and even be scheduled to run on an ongoing basis. The downside with using ChatGPT Business is that it's more expensive. It's $25 a month and it requires 2 seats. So even if you're just a solo operator, you're going to be spending about a minimum of $50 a month to access and use that feature. But the ease of use is very straightforward. It's easy to get the output that you want. Now, the last tool that I created this same AI agent in is in ChatGPT's Codex tool. Codex was originally created for writing code, but it is a great super app. Let's take a look at the version that we made in Codex. Okay, here's the version that we made in Codex. So we see that it's got the brochure, it's got the open house flyer, it's got the mail, it's got the social media post. One of the things I really like about Codex is that you can have a real-time update as you create and update the assets. It's going to update it right here in this artifact window. Now what I can do is I can come over here and say, take the brochure, turn it into a PDF, and upload it to Canva for me. Now we'll give it a moment to take this portion of the listing marketing package, which is the brochure, and convert it into a PDF so it'll be easier for me to edit within Canva. Okay, created the PDF and we can view it in Canva. Let me go ahead and bring this up. When it went to Canva, you can see it had a little bit of a problem with the text, even though it was fine on the brochure itself, but that's okay because that's what Canva's great for, is just making really quick changes to it. So it's done a pretty good job of putting together this brochure. And from here, I have plenty of options, right? I can print it with Canva. I can save it as a PDF. I really like using Codex. You can download it at chatgpt.com/codex. Codex is part of ChatGPT. You will use the same ChatGPT login when you log into Codex. And so it's connected to those accounts. You're probably going to need the ChatGPT Plus at a minimum, but the great thing is you can use Codex and get quite a bit of processing for just that $20 a month. You don't have to spend a lot more money like you would if you were using ChatGPT Business. Another reason why I like Codex is just that the way that it works, where you can work in it and then have that artifact window. It's similar to Claude Cowork if you've used Claude Cowork. And there are some other really cool tools within it as well. Like you can build an agent, you can schedule that agent to run on a weekly, daily, hourly time frame. So I like Codex because one, it's pretty cost friendly. You can use ChatGPT Plus to get the same work done. You don't have to pay for an additional seat like you would with ChatGPT Business. I like the quality of the output that Codex produces. It's also, when you get advanced in using Codex, you can create skills and workflows. And it's just a very, they call it a super app because of all the things that it can do and all the things that it can connect to. And just generally speaking, I like the experience of using Codex because of the artifact window and the way it presents the information. So I've been working on building AI agents, and I wanted to share just a few principles or tips that it comes to building these agents. The first one is I highly recommend that you start with a functioning prompt and then go from there. Even if it's just a real basic level prompt, you start with something that's kind of working, that does kind of what you think it will do. And then from there, you can work with either the agent tool or work with Codex to be able to create the agent that you want. So one, I would start with a prompt. Two, plan out your connectors. That's always one of the things that you have to make sure oftentimes that the connector is connected in your settings before you can access it as a tool wherever you're going to use it within ChatGPT, and that's going to be within the settings. Sometimes it's called apps, sometimes it's called plugins, but you're looking to be able to connect those third-party tools to ChatGPT or Codex so that you can use it within your agents. And then the third thing is plan on spending time debugging. When I say debugging, meaning that you'll likely try to create an agent. It's going to do stuff or not do stuff. And here's what I've oftentimes had. It'll like kind of work, but then when I go to really use the tool or make whatever output that it's created, it's like it just misses the mark a little bit. And trying to get that final utility of it so that it makes it really useful is the hardest part. And that's where you kind of have to debug. If you're familiar with computer programming or engineering, you know that you build an app and you might write some code and then you have to keep like testing it and iterating on it to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. Which a little sub tip there is the iterative process can be very helpful as you debug and as you work with these tools. What I mean by that is you can use the iterative prompting technique where you can, give it a prompt or even then just start revising and iterating and revising and iterating off of that initial prompt or off the first version that you create. I'm going to be sharing how to build these from scratch using ChatGPT, using ChatGPT Business and Codex at our upcoming AI Agent Summit. I'll include a link below for you to check out more details. But we're going to be sharing the skills, we're going to be sharing the prompts, we're going to be sharing the templates, and we'll be showing you how to create AI agents, which is where you're really able to save that time. You're really able to have these tools do real work for you so that you're not just that middle person sitting in between the AI and the tools that you have, right? Definitely check out our AI Agent Summit coming up here on June 22nd. I'll include a link below in the description.